Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back and thank you for supporting me. I'm Coretta. So in this video, I will show you how to print then cut double-sided bookmarks getting edge-to-edge print using Cricut Design Space. Come on y'all, let's get started. To start, I am going to add the bookmarks to the canvas. To add them to the canvas, I am going to select Upload on the left toolbar. I'm going to select Upload Image. I'm going to select Browse. I'm going to navigate to where the bookmarks are. I'm going to select my bookmark and I'm going to select Open. On the bottom right, I am going to select Continue. Since the image does not have a background that I need to remove, I am going to select Apply and Continue in the bottom right. On this screen, I am going to select Flat Graphics. And then on the bottom, I'm going to select Continue. On this screen, I am going to change the name from the number 2 to Front Bookmark. Then I'm going to select Upload. With the first image on the canvas, I am going to repeat this process for the back. So when doing double-sided printing in Cricut, the front and the back do not align correctly. I want my bookmarks to be 2 inches in width by 7 inches in height with edge-to-edge printing. To achieve this, I am going to show you a workaround. First, I am going to size the front image to 2.194 by 7.194. So, selecting the first image, I am going to go to the top toolbar and I am going to go under size and I am going to unlock the lock proportion and I am going to change my width to 2.194 and hit enter. And I'm going to change my height to 7.194 and hit enter. I am going to change the back of the bookmark to the same size. Next, I am going to grab a square. So selecting Shapes on the left toolbar and then selecting a shape, and I'm going to select this square with the sharp corner. I'm going to select the square and then I'm going to select Shapes to close it. This square is going to represent the bookmark, so I need to size it to 2 inches in width by 7 inches in height. So making sure that the square is selected, I'm going to go to the top toolbar. I'm going to unlock the proportion. I'm going to change my width to 2, hit enter, and change my height to 7 and hit enter. I am going to change the color to white. So again, making sure that the square is selected, and on the top toolbar under Operation, I am going to select the color swatch and I'm going to change it to white. Then I'm going to click anywhere on the canvas to close the panel. Next, I am going to duplicate the square. To duplicate the square, I am going to select the square, and then on the top of the Layers panel, I am going to select Duplicate, which is the second icon. I am going to center each square with the front and back of the bookmark. So selecting the front bookmark and the square, I am going to go to the top toolbar and I am going to select Align, then Center. I am going to repeat these steps for the back of the bookmark. Then I'm going to move the white square behind the bookmarks. To do this, on the Layers panel, I am going to select a white square. I'm going to hold down my Shift key on my keyboard. Then I'm going to select the other white square. And then on the top toolbar, I'm going to select Arrange and then Send to Back. After that, I am going to select the front bookmark. And as you can see on the Layers panel, I also have a white square selected. With the front of the bookmark and the white square selected, I am going to go to the bottom of the Layers panel and I am going to select Attach. The reason I am doing this is because this is going to tell Cricut to cut around the bookmark, but to also cut the white square, which will give us the bookmark that we want, that would be 2 inches in width and 7 inches in height. I'm going to repeat these steps for the back bookmark. So now I'm going to select both the front and back bookmark. And on the top toolbar, I am going to select Align and then Center. Now I'm going to go to the top of the Layers panel and I am going to select Group. I aligned and grouped the two so that everything could be aligned perfectly. Next, I'm going to make a duplicate. So with the group selected, I am going to go to the top of the Layers panel and I am going to select Duplicate 2 times. The next thing I want to do is add a print template. To create a print template, I am going to select Shapes on the left toolbar. I'm going to select the square, and then I'm going to select Shapes to close it. Then I'm going to size the square to 7.444 by 7.388. 7.444 is the maximum width for print then cut. So on the top toolbar, I am going to unlock the lock proportion. I'm going to change the width to 7.444 and hit enter. And I'm going to change the height to 7.388 and hit enter. Then I am going to go to the top of the toolbar and I am going to select Arrange and Send to Back. Next, I am going to position the first group onto the print template. Then selecting the first group and the black square, I am going to go to the top toolbar. I'm going to select Align and then Aligned Left. Checking the Layers panel to make sure that the group is still selected, I'm going to go back to Align and I am going to select Align Top. After that, I will position the second group onto the print template. Then selecting the second group and the black square, I am going to go to the top toolbar, Again, I'm going to select Align, and then I'm going to align right. Then selecting Align again, I'm going to align top. Finally, I'm going to position the third group onto the print template. And then I am going to select all of the layers. I am going to go to Align and select Align Top. After I have everything aligned, I am going to go to the Layers panel, and I am going to select the black square, and then I'm going to select the eye icon to hide this layer. Then I'm going to select all of the groups, and on the bottom of the Layers panel, I'm going to select Attach. Since I am creating double-sided print and cut bookmarks, I need to create a group for the front and a group for the back. To do this, I am going to select the group, and then on the top of the Layers panel, I'm going to select Duplicate. For the next steps, I will be working from the Layers panel so that I don't move anything and mess up the alignment. So I'm going to select the group on the left, and I am going to delete the attachment of the back bookmark. On the Layers panel, I can see that the group on the left is selected. And within this group, I am going to select the attached layer with the back bookmark. So I'm going to select the layer with the back bookmark in it. And then I'm going to go to the top of the Layers panel, and I am going to select Delete. I will continue to select the remaining attached back bookmarks within the group on the left and deleting them. Next, I'm going to select the group on the right, and then I am going to delete the attachment of the front bookmark. On the Layers panel, I can see that the group is selected. And within that group, I am going to select the attached layer with front bookmark. And then I'm going to go to the top of the Layers panel and select Delete. I am going to continue with the remaining front bookmarks within the group on the right. Now I have a group of front bookmarks, and I have a group of back bookmarks. So now that I have the front and the back, I am going to select Make It on the top right. On this screen are two print and cut mats. The back bookmark is the first mat, and the second mat is the front of the bookmark. I am going to start with the front of the bookmark. When I created the print template, I created it to the maximum width of print and cut. And because I created it at the max width, I do not need to adjust the bookmarks on the mat. So I am going to select Continue on the bottom right. Then I'm going to select Send to Printer. I'm going to select Next. I'm going to select my printer. I'm going to leave the bleed on, and I'm going to turn on System Dialog, and then I'm going to hit Print. The System Dialog box will open. I am going to select my printer again, and then I'm going to select preferences. I'm going to leave my paper type at plain paper since I will be printing on 65-pound cardstock. I am going to change my print quality to best. I'm going to select OK, then print. Once the front bookmark prints, you will need to manually flip your paper to print correctly for the back bookmark. So, if you are printing from the paper tray and your print comes out like this with the top of the bookmark coming out first with the print facing up, you are going to rotate your page so that the top will go into the paper tray first. So with your paper like this, after you rotate it, your paper will be like this. You will then insert the paper into the paper tray with the front of the bookmark facing up. And you want to make sure your guides are tight so that your paper doesn't move. And you want to make sure your paper is pushed all the way to the top of the tray. And then you'll just close it and then hit print. If you are printing from the rear feed tray and your print comes out like this with the top of the bookmark being first and your image is facing up, you are going to rotate your page so that the top is positioned this way, and then you are going to flip the paper up like this, and then you're going to put it in the rear tray with the front of the bookmark facing away, and the top of the bookmark is going to go into the rear feeding tray first. And you want to make sure that you adjust your guides so that the paper is snug to avoid any paper shifting. Please note that this is what worked for my printers. You always want to do some manual test prints to see what manual flip method works best for your printer. Once the back bookmarks have printed, I am going to select Done. Here on the material screen, I am going to select the front mat again, and then I'm going to select medium cardstock for my material setting. I'm going to use the blue grip mat, and I am going to place the bookmarks on the mat in the upper left-hand corner, aligning the paper with the square that's on the mat, and I am going to place down the paper with the front of the bookmarks facing up, and I am placing it in the exact same way that they are showing on my computer screen. I'm going to get this cut and come back to remove them from the mat. Once the bookmarks finish cutting, you want to pull away the excess paper from around the bookmarks. And then you're going to flip your mat over, and you are going to pull your mat away from the cardstock. And this is going to prevent it from curling up. Okay, guys. So we are finished cutting our bookmarks. And this is the final results. So what do you guys think? I think mission is accomplished. Will you be trying these? All right, guys, that's all for now. I hope that you're able to follow along with my process. If you like this video and would like to see more, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and consider subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a video. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I will respond back. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.